Yes. Back again with this one. All right, now. Thank God it's Friday, first of all. Let's do this. It is what it is. The dawn is today. Alive. We are back again. Yes, I'm in the building right now. Let me work it out. Oh my goodness. Go in. All about English Premiership. It's Premier League time. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, I'm live around. Live and direct, welcoming everybody onto this show. Yes. Please smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? This is the time. It's Premier League time. Now, it's getting down. It's getting rolling. Game week 33. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Massive. It's going to be. I'm telling you, please subscribe to the channel. There's so many things. Because the pictures of Game week 33. I'm telling you. About to go down tonight. Before I welcome all my guests, ISTV Pro, Rob in the building, Temidayo is also rolling. Robbie also joining us tonight. I'm telling you, it's going to be loud. I promise you that. Yes. Alright. Premier League time. Easy. Premier League time. I'm telling you, it's going to go down tonight. Let's see the pictures we have for this weekend before I start filling in all my crew tonight. Tomorrow, Saturday, 13th of April 2024. I'm telling you, the first game is going to be between Newcastle versus Spurs. That's another massive game. Massive game on Saturday. Touchdown. Traveling all the way to Newcastle is going to go down. I'm telling you. Also, Brentford was welcome. United. Burnley also welcoming Brighton as well. I'm telling you. What about Man City? Man City. That's an easy game. I'm telling you. In EPL, there's no easy game. I'm telling you, Man City. We welcoming Luton, Nottingham Forest as well. Welcoming Wolves Wanderers. Massive game out there. And also Manchester United. You know that's my team. We'll be traveling all the way to Bournemouth. Another cracking game for Manchester United. But on Sunday, I promise you, it's going to be another cracking game also. I'm talking about game 33. Yes, on Sunday, Liverpool will be welcoming Crystal Palace. Massive game for Liverpool. After all the Rogbodions going on over in that Anfield Stadium, I don't care. I tell you, Liverpool will be welcoming Crystal Palace. Maybe another cracking game as well. I don't know. Also on Sunday, West Ham will welcome Fulham. That's another massive game. I'm also telling you on Sunday as well, Arsenal will be welcoming Aston Villa. And Arsenal do it once again. I promise you, I believe it. I believe in Arsenal right now. They can go all the way. I'm telling you, they'll be welcoming Aston Villa. You know, over the week, they play Champions League. Arsenal, after a very long time in quarterfinal, but they make it a draw. On Monday, Chelsea, and that's why Prof is here tonight. Chelsea, we welcome Everton. Massive. Yes, right there. Please smash the like on the video. We're about to get started. Let me call on my crew. Prof, can you hear me loud and clear? You are welcome.
Yo, the Dawn. It's good to be on the show. Good evening, everybody, to our listeners all over the world. It's another Friday night. The Premier League is back on us. We witnessed with thriller. In the midweek Champions League games and the Europa League game last night as well. So where Liverpool were demolished. But yeah, it's Friday. We're here to talk about the weekend games, and it's so good to be back on the show. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome once again. Please smash the like on that video for this great man joining us tonight. I'm talking about Prof. Yes, I want to ask Robbie where you calling from. Where are you joining us from? Is it Ife? Is it Ibadan? Let me ask him. You're welcome to Robbie. Robbie, talk to me. Where you watching us from?
Good evening. Well, I'm actually calling from Ibadan. So it's good to be on the program. Once again. Yesterday, but let me say throughout this week, We saw some very interesting games in the UEFA Champions League and Europa League, and I will tell you that the game against Liverpool yesterday, I was surprised. I did not see the game. I went to bed with the assumption that Liverpool are going to take care of business, but it looks like Liverpool are the ones taking care of last night. So on that note, I say good evening. Let us go.
All right, that man is here to cook them. I'm talking about Batterin at Liverpool. Liverpool, I'm not sure this guy's going to join us on tonight. Please call on Ire to come outside. You have to be flogged tonight. All right, Temidayo. Oh my goodness, Temidayo's in the building. Temi, what's going on? You're live.
Yeah, they don't. Good evening. Good to be here once again and ready to go all the way.
Yeah.
Like it's been a while, but then it's just so good to be in this atmosphere to enjoy and rub minds with great minds about football. Then looking forward to the weekend Premier League feature. I put the midweek behind, waiting for the next week, But then
I'm telling you, Temidayo is an Asta fan.
Let's just look forward to this midweek. Yeah.
All right, you're welcome to the show. Now, last person I'm going to call. You won't believe it. This man is beginning to join us tonight. I'm talking about Irate. Liverpool fans to the call. Irate, you're welcome to the show once again. People are saying, where are you, Irate? Now,
He has been walking alone since last night. Walking alone.
I've been walking alone. I'm still trying to find pain relief. I'm yet to get one to show you the. I couldn't sleep yesterday.
Oh my goodness!
This does not happen at Anfield.
I don't expect you to sleep with that battery, no, Irate.
Of course, no, I couldn't, and I can't wait for these guys to put it right.
I'm telling you.
Starting against Crystal Palace on Sunday. And one incident that epitomizes that game is when Van Dijk was casual on the ball and he was easily pressed in the first half by, was it Kamaka or the guy from AC Milan? That just shows you how they thought they could easily brush aside Atalanta yesterday. Even Klopp underrated them, despite the fact that we lost to them at Anfield in 2021. So it's a painful defeat, but like Klopp said, we're bad, very, very bad. And I'm sure that those players will be ready and they'll be geared up for the final phase of the season. It's a disappointment, but we move forward and we expect that we'll still be in the fight in the title come the end of the season.
Oh my goodness, Robbie, you want to say something about that? What Iris said? He said they will come back. Do you believe that? They will come back. Talk to me, Robbie. Robbie, talk to me. Don't be scared of Iris.
Well, coming back is another thing entirely, sincerely, because I think they'll find it a little bit difficult for Atalanta. They've been solid at home. I think they've won about 18 or 19 games at home. They've lost just one game. Oh, okay, let me put in proper context. They've lost just one game all season till this point. So I think Liverpool find it a little bit difficult with their attention split between the English Premier League and European glory. I think they might find it a bit difficult to balance up. And Crystal Palace is not one side that will roll over that tomorrow if Liverpool play against them. So if Liverpool actually goes all guns blazing tomorrow and do not get a result, they probably will be very desperate for a result in Atalanta. And those ones will not be under pressure to want to throw that match in. They want to waste as much time as possible. A 3-0 deficit is a comfortable lead going to a second leg. But let us wait and see. Football sometimes can surprise us all, despite all the palpitations and of course all the predictions we have and stuff.
All right, thank you so much, Robbie. But I'm going to say it here loud and clear. Forget about it, Liverpool. Do you agree with me, Prof?
100%. I agree with you. They should just forget about it.
For me, I won't say forget about Liverpool because football has a way of making us eat our words. I've seen this time and time again happen, and albeit it has happened at the Anfield Stadium where we all know the crowd can propel them to do wonders. But they take nothing away from this Liverpool side. Like I said on the chat, if Atalanta, we all know Liverpool, they are a better side than Atalanta. There's no doubt about it. If Atalanta can win 3-0 at Anfield, then Liverpool can surely score 3 at Atalanta Stadium. And so for me, it's all about getting the goal first. It's the momentum that changes the whole thing. Once they get the goal, we all know Salah, yes, they can run rampage at any stadium in the world. For me, it's not over. It's halftime. But then if it happens that Liverpool leaves that competition, then if I'm City and Arsenal, I'm worried. I'm worried because then they will be fired up for the Premier League side.
All right, we are going to start with this Sunday game, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Irate, what is going on in Anfield right now? At the moment, are you looking towards this game that no, Liverpool should get this one right now? Sunday is the game. What's your take on this game? Irate, welcome to the show once again.
Yes, thank you. It's a no-brainer. It has to be a win. It has to be playing at Anfield. The last couple of games has been disappointing, dropping points to Man United and losing to Atalanta in that embarrassing fashion. So obviously, I would expect the players know they have to put it right. The good news is we have the likes of Jota, Trent, and Alisson back. I don't think Alisson will be getting his position back for now. I think Kelia is doing a great job, albeit the fact that he made an error for the first goal yesterday. But I expect Jota to come back into the team. Up front, there's just been a lackluster display recently from the likes of Salah and Nunez. And Diaz, we know, is not consistent. So if there's one man that can be consistent and put the ball in the back of the net, that is Diego Jota. So I expect Klopp to start Jota against Crystal Palace. We would come in for that's another different ball game. But I expect Jota to come back into the team. I also expect Trent to maybe get some game time in that game as well. And we all know Trent and the fact that yes, we know he might not be so sound defensively, but going forward, there are only few players in the Premier League better than Trent. So I think it's a good addition to have Trent back at this time. Now let's talk about the midfield. I feel like Liverpool looked tired and leggy yesterday. And Wataruendo himself looks like he looked like a 31-year-old man. He was struggling to cope with the pace of the game against Atalanta. He was overrun in midfield. And Szoboszlai recently has been off the pace. He has not been giving us the kind of performances he gave earlier into the season. And maybe it's due to the number of games we have played already this season. And, maybe the players need, some sort of rest. That's why. But, he needs to do better. The fans want more. The fans demand more of Szoboszlai. He is the captain for his national team, for Christ's sake. He needs to take the game by the scruff of the neck and act like a good signing, a proper summer signing, which we gave the number 8 jersey. He has to do more in the game.
I think I lost Irate there. Irate, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, McAllister, we know, has been doing well and help in the midfield as well, from Szoboszlai and Endo. Then at the back, I don't understand how Konate and Gomez capitulated yesterday. I mean, it was so bad. They didn't know when to step up. They didn't know when to drop back. Skamaka would have felt like this has to be one of the easiest games he has ever played.
Easy.
He was so free. It's so unbelievable how Skamaka was not matched. The defending overall was just poor. And the only person I can give credit from that game defensively is Andy Robertson. And who I think definitely has to start on that Crystal Palace game on Sunday. So for me, yes, it's a bad day in the office, but going into this game, knowing that we might only be in this competition for the last weeks of the season, and probably we are out of the Europa League already. There's no excuse for me. We just have to win every game, starting with Crystal Palace on Sunday. I don't see anyone in that running that Liverpool on their day cannot beat. So they cannot tell me that you have only one, you put all your eggs in one basket and you are still not able to be victorious. There is no excuse. So Crystal Palace game, definitely, it has to be 3 points, nothing less.
3 points. Prof, I want to quickly ask you one question. Do you think the announcement of Klopp saying he wants to leave Liverpool is really affecting them psychologically or something? Because they said they're going to win it all for Klopp this time around, but the way things are looking now is looking so dim at the moment. Do you think the announcement came so early or something?
No. For me, like I've always maintained that the announcement was genius from Liverpool, from Klopp and the Liverpool hierarchy. because if anything, we've seen how fired up they are, and it's propelled them. I mean, they lost Mo Salah to the African Nations Cup, and they didn't lose a game. They were able to cope with that, properly, even though Salah was injured at some point. So what I'm trying to say is they have been fired up ever since that news. And psychologically, for me, it's been a more positive impact that it has had on them, saying that they want to win this for this manager. The Anfield crowd know that this manager deserves to bow out on a high with some form of trophies, and they have the Carabao Cup in the bag already, but they want the big ones, and the big ones currently are the Europa League and the the Premier League. We saw how unfortunate they were in the FA Cup. I think they took their eyes off the ball. Something that I think has been consistent with Liverpool. They've been missing a lot of chances lately. They start well and then they just fade off by losing chances after chances, and then sometimes they get to pay for it. So that's been the case, in some of the games. But now, I think yesterday was a reality check for them. I think if ever they needed one, I think for me, though, if I was a Liverpool fan, I prefer to have my reality check in an Europa League game, because there's little or no margin for error in the Premier League games anymore. So for me, they've gotten that reality check already, and I see them just souring from the club would have been very angry with them. The players will be angry with themselves. So it's unfortunate for Crystal Palace, because I think there will be baptism of fire for them this Sunday. They'll be the ones to take all the anger from Liverpool, and then that will propel Liverpool. So for me, I think now you are going to see another Liverpool side from now on to the end of the season.
All right, thank you so much. Moving on to another game, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Temidayo, the match ended draw over the weekend. I'm talking over the week on Champions League. And do you think Arsenal has the strength to do things all right this weekend, facing Aston Villa? Timmy.
Well, the Champions League game has come and gone, and I can say that's the biggest mental test we've had all season. That's Champions League game against Bayern. Like, even with the full presence of our fans and the stadium agog, we still have the players faltering at some point. It could be overwhelming at some point, I believe. Maybe because I think only Gabriel Jesus can boast to have been at this stage of the Champions League before in his career. So every other players are new to that stage. So it could be overwhelming at some point, and the experience and mentality might not be tough enough. But going into the Aston Villa game, I believe a bit of some things that were seen at the Bayern game needs to be corrected. For example, the error with Raya and Gabriel needs to be checked once again, because they've been culprit of it over the season. And at one point, you have that Raya off his goal, and we can't afford to go into a game with Aston Villa with a Watkins that is high flying. I mean, in top form.
Absolutely.
And they have Bailey that is very, very on top of his game. They have Diaby that is on top of his game. So we can't even start a Kivio at left back this
Yes,
weekend.
that's another.
If we don't want disaster, we can't do any try and error at this stage. So going into that game, I believe Aston Villa that I've seen are porous defensively. They face a whole lot of attacks, and that could count for us. But then we still need to be very, very careful. Yes, we have the best defense in this Premier League this season, as the clean sheet and everything could prove. But Aston Villa is not a game to take with levity. And I feel Unai Emery, we want to prove something, because this is Villa's chance also to return back to the Champions League spots. I think Tottenham have taken over the weekend, and they have something to play for. After winning in their Europa League contest, they also have to play now to be in the Champions League, something they've not achieved for a long period of time. Unai Emery wants to prove a point, one, to the Arsenal board. He was once with us, and I don't think he was accorded the patience that Mikel Arteta was given. So he will want to do everything to prove and to just take something off Arsenal, but at this moment we can't just afford to sleep. I believe everyone will come ready and gun blazing. Well, at the end of the season, everyone should be ready. Gabriel Jesus came in the Champions League and was able to give something at least. Trossard is able to give something. If Martinelli is not working, we can switch that side. If Saka is tired, we can switch the other side too. So our attack should be ready. Our midfield, I think we could only find someone to partner Declan Rice because Jorginho seems to be off gear at the moment. He couldn't cope with the speed of the last two games we played. He had to come
You
out.
mean Jorginho?
Yeah,
I
Jorginho.
think the guy played so well. Jorginho played very
Yeah, he
good.
played so well, but he couldn't cope with the speed of those games at some point.
Oh.
There is need now to deploy Rice at 6. You know, Rice was deployed as box to box anytime Jorginho plays. Jorginho sits at 6 to be the defensive midfielder. Now, anytime we are facing the attack, Jorginho seems to be missing, and Rice now have to be the one returning back to the 6th position. That means he's shuffling between 6 and 8. And Thomas Partey is off it because even at the Bayern game, he gave away the ball like almost 3 times, almost got us into trouble with one tackle like that. So we just need to maintain that shape and maybe return Rice to 6 and return Havertz to midfield. Maybe a trial for this one, and then maybe Gabriel Jesus up front, and we're able to get at least 1 or 2 goals. Then we can set up our low block if that will work for us. Because at this moment, no kind of football should be left out as long as result is being achieved. But I believe we can definitely get one over Aston Villa this time around because I have faith in the boys at this period.
But you won't believe it, Timmy. My heart they do somehow this weekend to this game. Like anything can happen. I'm telling you.
Anything can happen, yes.
Anything can happen.
Yes, but our mental shift now is different. I think the approach of the boys now is that every game is a final, and I think with the way we've been lining up and the way we are able to get results, even with difficult setups, because even lately we had to change our mode to a kind of low block at some point. So it means that the boys won't stop at any kind of system to get a result. So if that is the mentality, I believe we can get something from this game.
All right. Prof, this game is going to happen on Monday. Prof, that confidence.
I want to say something real quick.
All right. Okay.
About Arsenal.
About Arsenal. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a very tricky game for Arsenal, even though they are playing at home. We saw how angry Oli Watkins was bashing the team last weekend when they drew at home to Brentford. Telling them they lack, a winning team mentality. And also, I think the games in Europe this midweek has suddenly given that game more significance in the sense that the 5 English teams still involved in Europe, going by the recent the scoreline from those games, we might actually see 4 teams being dumped out of the Champions League and Europa League in this coming next week. So we'll see Italy, or is it Germany? I'm not sure who's occupying the 5th spot, can actually overtake England, and that means we will not be getting that extra Champions League spot in the EPL. Then it will be a big fight between Tottenham and Aston Villa on who will take that 4th place going into the Champions League next season. And like Temidaya said, we all know Emery has something to prove. They have Watkins and McGinn are back into the lineup for the game. So I think they would want to prove something for this game. Arsenal were the better team when they met in the first leg, but Aston Villa managed to win that game. I think it would be a very, very tough game. But at the Emirates, I think Arsenal should be full of confidence. On the other hand, they have an important game against Bayern next week at the Allianz Arena. Will Arteta be resting players, or will he still be keeping his key personnel for this game. That would be a very interesting one to see.
Very
So
interesting.
I think
Yeah.
out of the three teams fighting for the title, I think Arsenal has the trickiest fixture this weekend for me.
Whoa.
We have the most difficult run of games, and we have the most difficult of this weekend also. Man City is facing Luton, and I actually say it's a walk in the park because the first team defenders for Luton are not even available.
Is joining us live.
Like
What you are joining us live. I saw you. You are shaking your head. What does that mean? Like,
I don't agree with what Eric said. I know it's entitled to his own opinion, but I don't agree. I think this game, Aston Villa 2 have one eye on the next game, which is in Europe, going to France. Despite leading 2-1 against Lille yesterday, and we thought Lille could have tied that game, if not for that marginal offside. And Lille were on the front foot towards the end of that game and possibly could have drawn that game. And Arsenal have had 2 days to recover because they played their European tie on Tuesday. And Aston Villa has today, tomorrow to prepare for the game on Sunday. Arsenal is at home. I'm sure they will want to bounce back based on what happened in the first leg, despite dominating. And we saw the controversial ending to that game where Havertz's goal was ruled offside because of a handball between Havertz, Nketiah, and also the Aston Villa defender. So, and we all eyes on the prize. This time around, the boys, they've learned. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. They've learned from last season. And you could see how they're taking each game a step, a pace, not wanting to blow all the energy or just dump all their loads and not being able to, get over the line when the critical time comes. If this weekend's fixture goes off, we're left with 6 games. I believe Arsenal should be able to take this. 6 games. And we saw what Unai Emery did when he faced Man City. Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. He fielded a lesser opposite. He fielded a lesser team. Martinez didn't start. I don't know what caused that, why he didn't start. But we didn't see some of the regular guys. Watkins didn't start. It was Duran, the second striker of Aston Villa, that started. Possibly maybe because Watkins pulled up an injury or something. I don't know. But you could see the team he fielded against Man City, all in the anticipation of the European tie coming. But regardless, Arsenal, they have what it takes to handle this. And I'm sure they're going to get the results, however it goes.
All right. Prof, back to you now. On Monday, this game is coming up. Chelsea versus Everton. I think it's a derby. If I'm right.
It's not maybe a meetable derby.
I like that. I like that.
Everton are not even mid-table.
They are not meetable. Maybe that's maybe second half of the table derby, because I mean both teams. And look, for me, it's going to be a very difficult match for Chelsea because Everton now they've learned their fate, that they've deducted another extra 2 points. And this is a Chelsea team that do not like to play. We all know how Sondheich will come over to the to Stamford Bridge to play, and Chelsea teams, they just easily get frustrated by playing teams that have low blocks, and then they are very good in set pieces. Chelsea have been very, very, very poor in defending set pieces. So Sondheich should be looking at this one where he has got the big players like Abdoulaye Doucouré, Calvert-Lewin, Tarkowski, Brownwaite, and players like that he can pounce on something. They can feed off scraps, and that's what Everton will be looking to do. So for me, I think I can picture how this game will go. Chelsea probably start the first half very well, get a goal, but second half they'll come in and they'll come in very, very poor as usual, and then allow Everton back into the game, and Everton probably get another goal. So I'm looking at the draw. I'm not confident about winning. I think Chelsea might win it. They might edge it 2-1. But if it happens to be a draw, I will not be surprised. The injury news again we're hearing is that the likes of Enzo Fernandez is ill and Raheem Sterling are ill, so they've joined the injury list again. I think Chilwell is not fit, so we have about 9 to 10 injuries currently at the club because we just cannot seem to breathe when it comes to injuries again. So other teams' players are coming back. Ours they keep going back to injuries, keep going back. It is what it is. It's the game against Everton. We need to get some points on the board if we want to maintain any hope of hitting any European positions. Yeah.
All right. I want to start with you before we wrap up the show, because of our time. I'm going to start with you, Robbie. We have 3 teams going for this league now: Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City. Who do you think is going to? And Chelsea. Thank you. Prof, he didn't talk to you. All right. The question is this, Robbie. Before I sign you out, Robbie, among these 3 teams, who is going to slip first? Is it Arsenal, Liverpool, or Man? Yeah.
Well, I think this is a very difficult question, and this is a very technical question. I think the first team that will probably sleep is Liverpool. I don't know for what reason. Yes, but I think Liverpool probably might sleep. And I think looking at the kind of games that they have, I just don't know. I have this feeling that they probably might not pick up maximum points tomorrow. Why? Because the desperation that they have is much more than the other teams. Sorry, they just took the light here. The desperation that they have is much more than the other 2 contenders. Reason is Arsenal are deadlocked at 2-2. Manchester City are deadlocked at 3-3. For Liverpool, they have a 3-goal deficit, and they might want to go all guns blazing tomorrow. There are key issues that we need to take into consideration. Who knows? A key member of that team might get injured tomorrow. Who knows? The results might not go in their favor tomorrow, and they just have to more or less throw in everything that they have next week, Thursday. Bergamo is not a place I see Liverpool going to win next week, Thursday. Hence why I said tomorrow might be a big significance in what things will be for them. That is going into the remaining fixtures in the EPL. Crystal Palace is not that team that will do you a favor. And tomorrow, they might just be lucky in getting maybe 1 shot on target, 2 shots on target, and that is just all is going to be for Liverpool. So I think Liverpool will slip up first, and of course, probably who knows, maybe other teams gunning for the title might follow suit.
All right, I want to say thank you, Robbie, for joining us on this one. Thank you so much, Robbie. One love.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Prof, over to you now. Who do you think? Which team do you think is going to sleep?
For me, I think Arsenal will sleep. I think it's Arsenal that will sleep. Yeah, the reason I said so. The reason I said so is I can guarantee you 100% that Liverpool will destroy Crystal Palace tomorrow. That for me is I know that they will, because I know this team. I know what they're capable of doing. I know the kind of words that the manager. This is a manager that has been there over and over. I know the kind of words that will tell them. They will be fired up. I do not see them sleeping up against Palace. And if I repeat, if at all they go over to Italy on Thursday next week and they can't overturn that scoreline, then it's danger. It's danger for City and Arsenal. I insist. And then you would say I said so, because then I see them going on a roll. And this is a team that they're capable of winning all their remaining games. As a matter of fact, I've tipped Man City to win the title. But if Liverpool go out of the Europa League on Thursday next week and avoid of any distractions in Europe, I think they'll win the league. That's how confident I am about this.
Wow, massive, bro.
Yeah.
That is massive. Thank you so much for joining us on this one. Please smash a like on the video for Prof. Prof, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. All right, turning on over to Temidayo. I have, the question. That's the drill. Tell me, which team do you think is going to...
I'll speak from a fan angle, and I'll say I hope my enemies sleep. And that's basically what it is. Yeah. We have 6 games to go, if I'm correct. After the game this weekend, we have 6 games to go.
Yes.
We are yet to lose in 2024.
Yes.
And it's one confidence thing for me to say, if we defeat Aston Villa this weekend, we can actually go all the way, winning the whole fixtures left.
Wow! So which team do you think is going to...
The consequences of winning the whole fixtures left is that the Don, anyone doesn't have to sleep.
Chai.
As long as we win the whole game, we're done.
The whole game. That's true.
If we win the whole game, we're done. But for confidence level,
but are you sure? Look at the table. Are you sure?
On top of the league, Yeah, we're on top of the league. If you win our whole games, we
Yes.
win the league. Liverpool only need to outscore us, and if we
Yeah, I'll
win
score.
the
Yes,
whole game,
yes,
if
yes.
we win the whole game, I don't see Liverpool outscoring us.
That's another thing. Well, so
Yeah.
would you?
So if I'm
you
hoping
want to answer
someone
the question now?
yeah, if
You
I'm
want to
hoping
answer my?
someone sleep,
Eh.
I will hope Man City
Yeah.
sleeps than Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool is no threat to me. I don't believe Liverpool is a threat. I just believe they will fumble this at one point.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Evidayo. Thanks for joining us on this one. I like this. Thank you so much. All right. It is over to you. You know the drill. Give me the answer to the question. Which team do you think is going to sleep?
For me, I'll be like a wizard if I'm to determine who is going to sleep up or who's not going to sleep up. But if we look at what has been happening, look at the teams, how they fared thus far in the past 3 or 5 games. Liverpool seems to be the shaky one. Liverpool seems to be the one that has defense that is leaky, that leak goals. And even surprisingly, Man City, the game against Real Madrid. It's been a while we saw Man City leak such amount of goals, 3 goals in a match. I can't really pinpoint the last time they did that this season. Maybe if I'm wrong, I will have to check it, but I can't really pinpoint. And if you look at among the 3, Arsenal seems to be the one with the best defense. Either we want to accept it or not. Yes. And the other fellow that has left saying Arsenal will be the one to slip up. It's his opinion, but if you look at it, like they say, defense win you titles. And if this were to be Liverpool that had a stellar defense, I'm sure a lot of people would have tipped Liverpool to win the league. But this is Arsenal. Because it's Arsenal, Arsenal don't tend to get the props. We hear the regular sayings that says defense win you titles. And Arsenal have been magnanimous, so they've been fantastic in that area, making sure they have the best defense and also scoring goals. You shared the table not too long ago, 71 points in the same, tied with 71 points, but you could see the goal difference. 9 difference with Liverpool and 11 difference with Man City. So I think it's an opportunity for Man City tomorrow to level up and see how they can defeat Luton 6-0, 7-0 if possible. Yeah. But looking at it, Liverpool seems to be the weakest among the 3. Even if they tend to drop out from Europa League. And like I always say, when it comes to Arsenal, that is when things become different. This thing happened last season when Arsenal dropped out of Europa. And we said, okay, we're going to concentrate on the Europe. You're going to concentrate on the EPL. A lot of people said Man City are still in 3 different competitions. It will give them momentum. They'll be able to correct anything if they go wrong. They'll have momentum. They'll be able to pray. They'll be able to play games every 3 or 4 days. They'll be fresh. But now it's Arsenal. They are going to fall off. But like I said, it's everybody has the opinion. Everybody is entitled to the opinion. Everybody is entitled. But this Arsenal that I'm seeing, if everything goes well, I'm not praying doom for everybody. Like I said, let everybody win their games. Like Temidayo said, if everybody win their remaining games, Arsenal wins the league. Despite how it is. But me, I'm not saying Arsenal falling off. I don't see Arsenal falling off. And the only team that I can pinpoint, and I'm not saying this based on hate, I'm not saying this based on banter or based on beef, but looking at the 3 teams, the team with the weakest defense is Liverpool. And they've been got at. We saw what happened yesterday. Atlanta defeating them.
We knew.
Whoever saw that result coming. So with that, except if Jurgen Klopp tidies up the loose ends, 7 games, who knows, anything can happen. But among these 3, on that stead, Liverpool seems to be the one that will fall off. And
my goodness.
As Temidayo said, I'll have to tip Arsenal because I feel if Arsenal continues the way they've started January 2024, not making any silly mistakes, taking each game one after the other, I think they will be the ones to win this title if everything falls in their way.
All right, bro. Thank you so much, for joining us on this one. One love, bro. One massive love. Thank you so much. Irate Liverpool fans to the core, to the bone, to the flesh. They all hate Liverpool. I don't know why. Tell me, answer the question. Which team do you think is going to sleep?
Oh, no, I don't think they hate Liverpool. I mean, everyone has their own opinion and, which is pretty fine. And I do have mine as well.
Yeah, because I don't like Liverpool. We know we don't like.
No, I don't like Man United too. We both know that. But like I said, looking at the run-in and the fixtures left for all three teams, I've said this several times. Man City has the easiest fixtures left, while Arsenal has the toughest. They have, I know many people will discount this, but they have Chelsea. And I know they say, oh, Chelsea is mid-table this and that. But
Yes.
when it comes to throwing a spanner in a title, we know Chelsea is the team that can do that at any season, irrespective of whether they are bad or they are not doing
They
good
know
that
how
season.
to do it.
They just know how to do it. That is Chelsea for you. And knowing that they have a London rival that wants to win the title, trust me, they'll be up for that game. So, Chelsea and Tottenham, those are two very big games for Arsenal. Tottenham away, another London rival. For me, Liverpool and Man City can easily win the rest of their games on their day. We've seen them do it before. The one team that has not done it before here is Arsenal. So, yes, I know that Liverpool has been leaky recently, but I know that Jurgen Klopp will tidy up that defense 100%. And I know that this team will play better, especially with what happened yesterday. And talking about the Europa League, I don't think Klopp will want to go guns blazing in Bergamo. No, if we're out of the Europa League, fine, that's it. Then let's concentrate on the league. That's the bigger fish to fry for us. And one interesting event that might happen in the last weeks of the season, I don't think a lot of people have taken note of this, is there is a huge chance Arsenal and Man City are going to face each other in the semi-final of the Champions League. That would be very interesting, while the title running is also going. So, for me, like I said, the other fixtures, I think Arsenal will drop more points than Liverpool and Man City. But hey, this is football. Nobody knows. At the end of the day, we are all expecting a good run of games, and may the best team win the league, which is Liverpool anyways.
All right. Thank you so much, Irates. Thank you so much for joining us on this one. One love, bro.
Thanks, Don. Thank you.
All right, please. This is how far we can go tonight. Smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I really enjoyed myself tonight. It's been a fantastic moment. All right, I'm going to leave you with this. Please subscribe, share this video. Let's do this together. Let's build the community together. I really enjoyed myself tonight. What about yourself? It's going to be a massive weekend. Please be safe out there. Bye for now.